Hey, what's up interwebs? I'm that toy guy, and today I thought I'd do something a little different. Well, not a little different, it's not really much different, I just thought I'd start something where I buy most of my G1 stuff nowadays and some other loose things is I go to thrift stores and garage sales and yard sales, whatever the difference is, or I go on Kijiji and eBay and sites like that and I buy used things because sometimes you can find used items for really good prices. And so I thought, but most of the time they come in complete. So I thought I'd start a little thing on this channel that I'm probably just going to call Thrift Reviews because it's easy for me to say, where I review stuff that's incomplete yet really cool that I get from like a thrift store or a garage sale or Kijiji or eBay or something like that. So yeah, this is going to be the first one, and I thought I'd start off with probably the best thing I have found at a thrift store. Actually, I found this at a garage sale up in Whitby Shores. I found me one of these, an Optimus. I got this for, was it $10? And the guy, he said because I knew what it was, he had no idea what this was, and because I knew what it was, he decided to throw Mr. Ugly Old Bumblebee in here for free. He obviously didn't have a head. But yeah, he just threw this in for free, so that's why, and because I don't have the box, that's why I'm fine with throwing this. So here is Optimus, and there's a very easy way to tell that it's Optimus. Well, two easy ways. A, look at it, and B, if I zoom in here on his chest, he has a name tag. It says his name. That's hilarious. Anyway, this came out of the last bit of the TV show for Beast Wars, where Optimus Primal finds Optimus Prime. Yes, I know it's a little confusing. Aboard the Ark, and he takes Optimus Prime's spark and puts it in himself, and he becomes Optimus. So this thing is huge. Like it is a huge chunk of plastic. And right off the bat, in gorilla mode and in actually in every mode, he's missing the panels that go on his arms. God, he's very squeaky. And he's missing the gun and a very crucial piece which I'll get to later on when I get to robot mode. But yeah, overall, all around, just give you a quick 360 here. He's really massive and really quite big, and he has a massive turret sticking off his back. And just to get in some of the details here, I'm going to detach my camera to do this. Look at that head sculpt. That is an awesome looking head sculpt. And all the way down, you got his abs here. You got the blue chrome going on down here on the shins. You have some toes and some toenails. Obviously there's a lot of paint and chrome wear, but that just means he was loved and played with, which is totally fine. You got some gray and some red, more maroon-like chrome on him. The wings are nicely detailed too on the side here. And then, let's take a look at the back. You have a big, huge gun, which I'll get more into later on. But first, just reattaching the camera. He does have a rub symbol, which is underneath the head here, which is right there. And it's so hot okay, you have to understand, Canada, which is where I live, is not full of igloos, okay? It is hot right now. It is 40 plus degrees, which I know to some people might not be hot. To me, I used to live in Australia, so I've been in hotter temperature, but it's still hot out here. And the rub symbol has activated on its own. It's that hot that the rub symbol is just, like, I have a G1 Astro Train right here, and his rub symbol, if I can find his gun, here it is. His rub symbol has also just activated on its own. And all he's doing is just sitting there. So that's how hot it is outside right now. So the rub symbol, I don't even need to rub it for it to work. If Focus on the toy, not on nothing. Focus on the toy, you stupid camera. There we go. Okay, so for articulation, the head has none other than looking down. But this is very loose. I had to flip it. Like, there you go. See, it's a very loose head joint. I can fix that pretty easily with some of this, so that's not a problem. Arms are on ratchets. This ratchet's worn off, and it's less squeaky. This ratchet's still here, and you can just... all that noise. They can do full 360. They can go out on that joint there and on this joint here. You have that. You have an elbow bend. Let's get the wings out of the way. He does have a bicep swivel, and the hands can rotate. They can do full 360. They can hinge backwards and forwards. I apologize, this is going to be shaky. It's just the ratchets on here are so strong that it's just gonna shake my horrible desk to a point where it knocked poor old Skywarp off the table. Stand there. Stand in the size comparison area. Stay. Okay. And the hands can open and the thumb can move. He's got like a Combiner Wars style hand where the thumb can move any side, so the hand can be anywhere basically. The legs in this mode, you gotta keep them stationary just because he will not stand if you move his legs. So just keep them stationary. I'll get to their joints in robot mode because that's where they play in. Now, you can obviously see the giant turret sticking out of the back here. And it does have a light up feature. If you pull this, it can light up, which you cannot see with my lights on. So, just going to turn those off. And just bring it over here so you can see. It does light up. And inside there, it does light up as well. I don't have the missiles either, so I am missing those. That does kind of suck. But, I mean, I can just go on like eBay or Transformerland.com and just buy them from there. I did go on one of the Transformer Facebook groups and say if anyone has the pieces for this they don't want, I'll take them. So if anyone has the pieces for an Optimus Primal, or has an Optimal Optimus, or has an Optimal Optimus they don't want anymore, I'm willing to trade for it. Not this, obviously. Well, I mean, you can have this if you want it, but obviously you're not going to want a broken figure. But this does have a cool function on it. Getting back on track here. This little black button. You slide it this way, and the cannon flips forward. Then you can pull this. Gotta turn off the lights. You pull this. It's supposed to still. Oh no! Wait! No! You pull this little black thing right here at the back. There you go, and it lights up to the point where it'll actually light up his eyes. Like his eyes will light up yellow. I think that that's really, really cool. That's a really nice feature. I'm so glad they incorporated automatically light piping eyes. And I mean, even if you have the cannon flipped up, you can still get a if I don't drop it, a Blacklight in here and light up his eyes. And again, I'm turning my lights off. Yes, the orange lights up very bright when I actually, you know what, here I'm gonna turn every single light off. There, now that every light is off, look at how bright the orange gets with a black light. Now that's just creepy. That is just very creepy. Look at that. And it only affects certain colors when you shine a black light on them. Like for example here, we'll take Hammer. Look at how bright he gets. Or we take the infected Lewa mask here. Look at that. But if you were to take something like Onua's infected mask, it doesn't do anything to it. It doesn't brighten anything up. So only certain colors and certain plastic materials will light up under a blacklight, but when they do, it looks spectacular. I mean, look at that. It looks like clay. It's not coming across on camera very well, but this looks like clay. It's really weird. Anyway, turning all the lights back on. There we go. This thing is awesome. After that little light show there, this thing is really, really nice. I do quite like it. Now, he does have four modes. This mode, motorcycle mode, well, motorcycle truck sort of mode. Let's call it Reliant Robin mode. Only a few people will get that. But he has a jet mode, gorilla mode, Reliant Robin mode, and robot mode. So we'll go to... Let's go to Reliant Robin mode first. So, that's pretty tricky to get on camera. So, I am going to actually put the camera on something, because the tripod's only so big. Put the camera on a little, not little, on a shoebox here. Bend it down. Why are you wobbly, shoebox? There we go. Bend the camera down here so that I can, yes, okay, you can see everything. Good. Now, to get him into Reliant Robin mode, the first thing you're going to want to do is unpeg the shoulders right here. Now, this guy didn't come with instructions, so I'm just winging it. Okay? I don't know how to properly transform this thing. This is how I think it's supposed to go. But, moving on, next thing you want to do is take the abs, pull them up, flip the head around, or the wheels, and this head, monkey head, will just automatically fold in there. Ratchet this forward, so that the rub symbol is still active. Then you want to take these giant circular pieces and rotate them up. And there are a lot of screw holes in here, but what you want to do is these pegs will peg into those ports right there. So you just want to bring this forward all the way. I think it's, oh no, it's those pegs. Okay, never mind. There are these ports here on the inside that you want to peg into. Don't peg them into the screw holes because they won't fit and you'll probably break the peg. So do the same on this side here. Peg it in like so. Then bring it down just like that. Then stretch your shoulders because this is a heavy toy. Then what you want to do is you want to take, how do we do this here? You want to take the cockpit section at the back and just shift it down, shift this back, rotate it, rotate that around, bring this down and over to the wheel like that. Then you want to stand up so you can get at it. Then the next thing you want to do here, this is going to be very difficult. Just fold those out for now. Fold the feet up, just like so. Flip down the wheels all the way. He's very floppy. My figure's very, very floppy. Just make sure all that stays where it's supposed to. And you're almost done. Almost done. Straighten these back up. Take the arms, bring them down. Rotate at the bicep, rotate the fist, bring the fist out, bend this in, and plug it in to a spot right there. Right there. So you just want to take it, plug it in, just like that. Do the same on this side. This arm is a lot stiffer. Peg it in, like so. Everything is flopping around. Why is everything flopping around? I think I've done something wrong. Hang on 1 second. So I did it, and I'm going to edit all of that part out where I befuddled with it. But I got it in truck mode, just something wasn't lining up properly. That was the problem there. So here he is in Reliant Robin mode, and this is odd. This is what I think, at least this is what I think the transformation should be. I didn't watch any reviews previous to doing this, so I don't know how to properly transform it. This is just my guess, so hopefully I did it right. But the reason why I call it Reliant Robin mode, now I'm going to explain this joke. There's one wheel at the front and wheels at the back. A Reliant Robin is a British car that has one wheel at the front and two wheels at the back, which is a horrible design choice. Just go onto YouTube and watch Top Gear Reliant Robin test, and you will laugh your head off.
There we go, Reliant Robin. Oh no, I've crashed it. I've crashed it almost immediately. I mean, literally 20 feet.
Because there are so many times when they roll that car just turning a corner, and even though most of it is deliberate, some of it is accidental, and it's hilarious. So yeah, go watch that and then you'll understand why I'm calling this the Reliant Robin mode. Now his legs don't want to line up properly. But anyway, all of the same details that were in Gorilla mode are here, but there are a couple of new details which I will show off right now. Right there, you got some really nice molded in detail with some silver paint. You got the wheels, which are chromed. There's a lot of chrome on this figure. You do have some thrusters here on the bottom of the feet, and they do look nice. They're kind of like silvery gray. They're more like that, what is it, old Bionicle-y silver that we got with the older sets. That's what kind of silver this is. There's a little bit of plastic coming off there. You do have a cockpit with a seat, and the cockpit can open. No, I don't have the little spark. Goes in here. My cockpit's there we go. It's very loose, so it kind of falls. But there's the seat in there, and there's a lot of nice etched in detail. I don't know how well my camera's going to focus. So yeah. It looks, all around, it just looks really nice. Does it look like a feasible looking vehicle that will actually work? Oh god, no it doesn't. But yeah, this wing here, no, it's this wing here. Yeah, this is very, very loose. Again, there's a very easy way I can fix that, but that requires taking this entire shoulder off, and that messes up the ratchets, and I don't want to do that. So, next up, we're going to get to airplane mode. Okay, let's see if I can do this. See how loose that is? Okay, so again, we're going to bring in Mr. Shoebox here. The camera up on the shoebox. Shift it down. Not all the way because we're going to fall over. Alright, so the first thing that I think we're supposed to do is, where should I start? Let's fold out the wings. So you want to fold out the wings just like that. And you want to separate these from the front here. And just fold the fist forward, fold it out just like so. Then pull the arm out as far as it will go, and you did not see that at all, so I'll show you on this arm. Unpeg it, fold that forward, straighten it out, and on this ratchet in here, you just pull on it like that. Now, remove the cockpit up here, fold up the wheels, fold out the gorilla head, and fold the abs in like you're going back to gorilla mode. Peg them into place. Now, yes, the gorilla head's just whoa. The gorilla head is just. Why are you falling over all of a sudden? The gorilla head is just going to just hang out there in vehicle mode, so we're gonna have to deal with that. But we'll get over it. You just fold the cockpit down bring that and move that out of the way. Come back here to the legs, fold them out all the way, fold the feet down, don't break anything, fold out these wings at the back here, and I'm assuming that's it. That's it. I hope that's it. And I had to kerfuddle with some more things, but I got it, and I think this is his jet mode, and I have to use my reserve spot here, my extra background area, because this thing is huge. It is got a massive wingspan. Like what's a really long thing I have on my desk here? Here's a lightsaber, a replica lightsaber. Look at this. One lightsaber is half of this thing's wingspan. And this, I think, is 12 inches, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's 12 inches. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that thing is 12 inches. So, this has got like a 24... Actually, you know what? I'm going to get a measuring tape. I'll be right back. Okay, I got a measuring tape. Let's figure out how long this thing is. It is... Okay, that's not 12 inches. It's got a 19-inch wingspan. The lightsaber is 10 inches. Okay, it's 10 inches. So it's got a 19-inch wingspan or a 48.5 centimeter wingspan. Put that down. So yeah, this thing is huge. And all the same details are there. Nothing really new is shown up. So I'm not going to cover all the details. But it's pretty big. It's very big. And just for a comparison, just for a wingspan comparison, I don't... Stupid Skywarp keeps falling over. I don't have him in vehicle mode, but this is the wingspan of Skydive. Right there, in comparison to the wingspan of this. That is a very, 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 very big wingspan on this guy. The biggest wingspan I own, actually, on a toy. But I am hoping to get that, third-party Octane one day, because I really do like the look of that, even if MGO broke the landing gear on his. So that'll probably beat this, but right now this is probably the longest wingspan I own. And it is huge. It doesn't even fit in frame. As you can see, the tips are kind of chopping off here. But yeah, the cockpit still opens. Doesn't stay open. Okay, now it does. But yeah, the lights still work. The missiles would still fire if you had missiles. But yeah, that's really about it for this thing. So I guess there's nothing else but to get on to robot mode, which I have a problem with, which I will get to when I get there. So the first thing you're going to want to do, I don't need the shoebox for this, I hope. First thing you want to do is you want to take it, stand it up, and then take his knees and click them into place. This knee doesn't want to click into place. There we go. And then you want to fold these back, like so. Bring the wheels back in, just like that, and there you have his legs all done. Now you want to raise the camera, because he's going to get tall. Take his arms, rotate him. Actually, wait, no, leave them up for now, because you're going to need clearance. Bring him all the way around. Take this section, rotate it, full 180 degrees. Then take this whole top section and rotate that 180 degrees. Then take the figure and rotate the whole figure back around 180 degrees. A lot of spinning. Then you want to, then you want to come back here, untab the shoulders. That's going to fall over. Bring out the wheels, rotate the monkey head in. And just bring these back and peg them back into place. Split the wheels, which kind of gives him like thrusters on his back, which looks pretty cool. Bring this back around, fold that back, fold up the canopy, and this peg will peg into that port right there in his torso. Just like so. Rotate the very squeaky arms around. Fold the wings in, fold them up. rotate the arms so the elbows are oriented properly. And this is where that thumb trick comes into play. You want to open the hands, rotate the thumbs around, close the hands back up, then rotate the hands. Now you have properly oriented hands. And there you have Optimus in his robot mode, and this is where the problem is. My figure didn't come with a head. As you can see, there's a big void, big hole right here, where the head should flip out and plug into here. Alas, there's just no head. I mean, I can give him a head. It's a little bit too big. Let's try a smaller head. There. Just because he doesn't have a head, we'll give him a mask. But yeah, this is the robot mode, and again, all the same details, maximal symbols on the shoulders, the cockpit, which still does open. And it won't stay open. Same knee pad, toenails, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, he's huge. He's pretty big. Measuring tape. He stands to where his head should be, which I'm guessing is where Onua's mask ends. Is about, well, from this angle, the camera's tilted up so it's hard to see on the camera, but from this angle he's about 25 centimeters. But to the top of his wings, which you cannot see on the camera, it's a foot. So he's a foot tall if you cheat like I do and use the top of his wings. But yeah, this thing looks impressive and imposing and scary, and it will kill you and your entire family when it becomes Megatron. But that's Beast Machines, so this is Beast Wars. We're talking about Optimus here. And I love how it does the entire torso inversion, where this is the front of the gorilla torso, yet this is the robot mode torso, which is just the canopy, which I think is just an amazing little bit of engineering there. Now, articulation-wise, the head, I think, would swivel, but this is just a mask, so I'm just going to take that off. Yay, it landed in the basket. The arms, again, wrong arm, can do full 360, and they can go out at that joint there. They can go in one click, and they can go in on this joint here too. You do have that elbow joint, that wrist swivel, the hand clamping action. Hips can go out about that far. He cannot do full splits. No thigh swivel. Ratcheted knees that bend 90 degrees. And the feet can pivot forwards and backwards, which is awesome. That's pretty cool. I gotta peg his feet back in. So yeah, this guy is big. For a size comparison, here he is with, you guessed it, Skydive. And I mean, you can just take this and go. There he goes. He can pound skydive into the ground. I know my mom will love that. Yeah, he can pound skydive. Here he is next to the thing I got him with. And yes, he survived me throwing him. There's B. Right there. And again. Oh, that looked cool. That was cool. And just because I have it sitting here, here he is next to a knockoff Ruination. Thanks to my English teacher for finding this in a random spot and getting it for me. It's funny. So yeah, overall, this thing is awesome. I highly recommend you go out and buy this figure. So that has been my look at the Beast Wars Transmetals Optimus. I always get the name wrong. And I'm that toy guy, and stay tuned for my next video.